Hi everybody, this is Kim Gillum and I'm from the Newburgh Bell Road Adult Department. Today I'm going to show you how to make this week's Take and Make craft, which is the ring pumpkin. In front of you, you're going to see the supplies included in the kit. You're going to get a ribbon, several pieces of plastic canvas, a piece of raffia, several long strands of yarn. The only thing you will have to provide is a glue gun, and I highly recommend using a low temperature glue gun so you don't burn yourself. So to get started, you're going to take your plastic piece, and if you have different colors, it doesn't matter because it's not going to show for the ring pumpkin. Then take one of the long pieces of yarn, and each really long strip should be plenty to cover your plastic canvas. Okay, so you're going to start at one end, and I just hold it in place, and I will leave about a half to 3/4 of an inch, maybe 2 rows without anything on it, just to keep it. It's going to make it easier to glue it at the end, which you'll see. So you just want to start wrapping it, and you want to wrap it tight and close together. And like I said, the color of the plastic won't shine through. Once you get into a rhythm, it actually goes pretty quick here. And again, you can see, don't worry about the frayed edges. We're going to take care of that. You're going to leave that much at this end. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this all the way down. When I get here, I'm going to stop and leave about the same amount empty on that end, and then we'll pick it up from there. Once you get to the end, you're going to overlap these together. Again, don't worry if your end frays like that. We're going to take care of that in a minute. So we're going to make a ring, and we're going to glue that down. So I'm going to put just a little bit of glue on the top of this, and I just kind of match it up. I'm going to hold it together just for a minute. If it doesn't hold the first time, you can always add a little bit more glue. Looks like it's holding pretty well, and remember, as soon as you start finishing wrapping this yarn around here, it's going to seal it. So now I'm going to just take and wrap the yarn around the overlap pieces all the way over to this side. I'm going to go ahead and glue this end piece down. So I'm going to glue it back. I'm going to cut the frayed edges off. Okay. Now we still have the rest of this end. I'm going to cover it just so it's just past meeting that. That way it makes it nice and secure. Okay? Let me go ahead and trim this. This might take you a couple tries. That's okay because you have several rings to make. By the time you get to the last one, you're going to be a pro at this. Actually, it's a pretty easy craft. It does take a little bit of time, but it's not bad. It's something you can do while you're watching TV. And there's your ring. You can pull the little strands of glue off of it if you see them. Here's another ring I've made, which your kit might have this color yarn or this. Now, if you notice on your ring, there's a bad spot where the glue shows through or something else, don't worry about that. We're going to take care of that in just a minute when we tuck it into the ribbon. So what I did was, once you have all of your rings, and you're going to have several, I included another small piece of yarn, and I gathered all my rings up into the piece of yarn. So for my finished one, hopefully you can see this. Underneath the ribbon, if I were to pull it out, you would see that yarn. And if I can find the end, what I did when I tied mine together, I used a bow tie. That way I could adjust it accordingly if I wanted my rings to be closer or more loose. And once I got it just how I liked it with the yarn holding it together, then I took my piece of ribbon and I threaded my ribbon through all my rings right on top of that yarn, and I made a circle. I didn't make it any tighter or any looser. I kind of just wanted to match what I had for the yarn as far as like how strong it was going to be, how they were going to be held together. And then you put your glue on here, and then you cut it off. You can glue that end down. That's what I did right here. Because this is a pretty ribbon, you want it to show through. Now, okay, so I talked about if you have any bad spots on your rings that you don't want to show through. Now that you have your ribbon in the middle, go ahead and rotate these rings if you have anything that you don't want to show through. And so make it covered by the ribbon. So like right here, here's a frayed edge, so I'll just pull that up so it's behind the ribbon so no one sees that. Once you get your rings how you want them in the ribbon, that's when you're going to put your raffia. You're going to use it for your stem. I already have part of mine in here. I took part of it out just to show you. Super easy though. You just put a little glob of glue down here, and then you stick it in there. You can push it down. It's just going to make a real pretty stem. And now your pumpkin is all finished. So thanks for tuning in. I hope everybody had a good time working on it.